Marleen, thank you for joining me today. I'm excited to have you here and to share your expertise about the college and what you do within the financial aid. Each month we have somebody on the show from different departments throughout the college, and we just talk about their area of focus and inform the community about some of the great things happening at Sampson Community College. So thank you.
Well, thank you for having me
here. Absolutely. As we begin, go ahead and share with the community how long you've been with the college and how long you've been in your current role as Director of Financial Aid.
Well, I've been with Sampson Community College for 14 years, all of which I've been in the financial aid office. And the last 2 years I have served as the financial aid director at Sampson Community College.
Great. So financial aid, let's go ahead and dive in and explain what is financial aid and how can it assist students that are either attending already Sampson Community College or looking to attend in the near future.
Well, financial aid can be awarded basically two ways. There's federal and there's state government aid in grants. The financial aid can cover students' tuitions, their fees, their books, and their supplies each semester if they're eligible. If the student's timely in applying for their financial aid each year, they can get their awarded. And once they're awarded, they can actually have this award applied to their financial aid account, and then they're eligible to charge their tuition, their fees, and their books to this account. So there's nothing they actually have to pay out of pocket. Mm-hmm. In some cases, students who attend the community college level receive enough federal Pell Grant that may cover all of the students' charges each semester. For students to be considered for financial aid, they do have to apply each year, completing the FAFSA application. It's a free application that they apply for, and actually the determination for aid is determined by the Department of Education.
Great. So we talked about some of the financial aid types, but what specific types are available for students?
Well, at Sampson Community College, we have two specific types of financial aid. We have federal aid and we have state aid. Federal aid is made up of the federal Pell Grant, the federal SEOG grant, which is the Supplementary Education Opportunity Grant, and we also have federal work study program. State aid is in the form of the North Carolina Community College Grant and the North Carolina Education Lottery Grant.
And that's a lot of acronyms and different names. I mean, when a student comes to you, do they need to know, like, hey, I need to apply for this one? Or do you kind of help walk them through that process on which one they're eligible for?
Well, the Department of Ed, the federal government, has actually made it very easy for students applying for financial aid. They have a one-stop process. They complete the FAFSA application, which is a free application for student aid, and when they complete that application, it's processed with the Department of Ed. It determines if they're eligible for federal aid or if they're eligible for state aid or if they're not eligible for either. So they only actually have to complete one application.
Great. So it's an easy process for them. So we've talked a lot about eligibility for students. So who is eligible to apply?
Anyone and everyone is eligible to apply. At Sampson Community College, our financial aid office really encourages all students to apply. Mm-hmm. We don't know if you're eligible or if you're not eligible if you don't apply. So it is a free process. The FAFSA application is free application for student aid. You actually just go to their website, which is www.fafsa.ed.gov, and apply each year.
Great. So what percentage of students at Sampson Community College utilize financial aid, and is there an average award amount?
It varies each year, but we usually see between 75 and 85% of the student body receiving some type of financial aid, if it's federal aid, if it's state aid. The average federal aid, if a student's completely eligible for financial aid, is for the 2016 academic year was $5,815, and they receive that in half of it for the fall and half for the spring, for them to use towards their tuition, fees, books, and supplies.
And does that typically cover the program as a whole, or would it just depend on which program they're enrolled in?
It depends on the student's need level. In some cases, in a majority of cases, it does. Actually, if you're at the community level, the Pell Grant will be enough to actually completely cover your charges. And in some cases, the state aid will pick up and pay the difference.
But they don't know until they apply.
They do not know until they apply. They've got to apply. That's right.
Perfect. So if a student's out there listening and they want to come to Sampson Community College starting in the summer or even the fall, when can they apply, or is it too late to apply, or what would you recommend their next steps being?
It's not too late to apply. If a student's interested in coming in the summer, we have a priority deadline that we have set in place for the summer, meaning that they need to have their application into us by May the 1st. And when I say into us, I mean they need to go online and actually apply with the Department of Ed. That way the Department of Ed will actually send us the application, then we can process it and we can have it ready in time for them to charge to it if they're eligible. If they're looking at coming in the summer, one key thing they need to remember is they need to make an application for the 2016-2017 year. That would be for the summer. If they're looking at coming, and our summer program starts May the 15th. But if they're looking at coming in the fall, they would do the same process. They would fill out the FAFSA application, but they need to make sure that they fill out the 17-18 application. It's a different application, it's different years and everything. And those classes start August the 15th.
Yeah. So if a student's listening and they know they're going to attend summer and fall, could they go ahead and fill out the 16-17 and the 2017-18?
They should do both. That's right. They should do both.
So share with us some of the other important dates that are coming up.
Well, we have the the summer semester starting May the 22nd. And again, like I said, you'd use the 2016-17 FAFSA application. And then we have the fall coming up, August the 15th, and you'd use the 17-18. And one of the other key points that students need to remember when they're applying for financial aid, they need to make sure that they've actually completed the admissions process to Sampson Community College. Because if they haven't completed the admissions process and been admitted into a program, then we're not able to actually go ahead and award them or process them. So it is a process with admissions that we work hand in hand together. And
does it matter which they do first? You know, apply for federal or financial aid or apply to the college?
It doesn't.
Okay.
The thing about it is it takes a little bit longer for you to get that application returned to you from the Department of Ed. So it's good to go ahead and do the FAFSA application, but at the same time, after you've processed the financial aid application with the Department of Ed and you've sent it off on the website, go ahead and make an appointment. Come on down and see the admissions office and let them go ahead and work with you as far as getting admitted into school. And by the time your financial aid applications come back, you've actually been admitted into the school. We can go right on ahead and process you and get you ready for financial aid.
Right, yeah, we always say it's a process too. It's not a 1 hour thing. So
that's right.
It takes some time, but it's good time that's being invested.
That's right,
so.
well worth it.
Now, Marleen, if any individuals out there have questions about financial aid, how can they contact you?
We actually have a website. If they will go to finaid.sampsoncc.edu, that's a website that comes directly to us. They can ask any questions. We try to answer them. You know, we try to get back to them within about 24 hours. They can also give us a call at 592-8084, extension 2024 or 2023.
Perfect. And there's 2 of you in the financial aid office?
There's 2 of us in the financial aid office. Miss Kim Davis is the assistant to the director, and she's been with financial aid for about 6 years now.
Perfect. So they don't have to ask for you specifically, just financial aid.
That's right, just financial aid.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much for being here today and just sharing a quick overview. And it sounds like the first step, they need to go online and fill out that application. And give them that website one more time.
Okay, the website is www.fafsa.ed.gov. And remember, if you're interested in the summer semester, do the 16-17 application. And if you're interested in the fall, do the 17-18 application. It's sometimes confusing. Yep. We work about 40 years at a time.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here. And
you're welcome.
We hope any students that have questions about financial aid give you a call and go to the website as well. So, thank you.
Thank you.